Evening. We're at Kelling Beach, and summer in Norfolk looks as though it's already over before it's begun, but hopefully it'll pick up. But tonight we've got a northwesterly blow. There's still a little bit of algae in the water, and we're fishing the tide down and over low water. It's King of the Shingle, round one. He's got 41 people booked into the league. You've got to fish 3 out of the 4 matches he's put on. They're all up here on this North Norfolk bank, and the anglers are starting to accumulate in the car park. This is slightly different from a lot of the matches you see me fish, because this is all in small sections. So ultimately the King of the Shingle will be the one who does well in the sections as opposed to who wins the matches. But it's raining, so filming's going to be a bit difficult, but we've got loads of time. I'm a bit early. There's a few here, but I think there's 37 on the night, something like that tonight, given holidays and that sort of stuff. But still a really good turnout. And one person in the week did ask me, why on earth do you bother doing the YouTube channel and stuff? So yeah, I thought I'd tell you. Basically, like, well, 2 years ago is when I decided to set it up. We lost one of our most beloved club members. He went on holiday and had a heart attack, and he was badly missed. And then my brother was in early stages of remission from 3 years of battling against blood cancer, and my son got diagnosed with type 1 diabetes at the age of 14. So it was all pretty dire, and I needed a sort of distraction really, and the club needed a bit of a lift. So I got stuck into this, and yeah, we're all right. So that's what we've been doing, and I always found that the distraction of doing this and fishing all the time made me a lot better in the head, and much more able to cope with all the grief I found myself dealing with in hospital appointments and all the rest of it. But my son's in a good place, my daughter's got a job, so everything's looking up, and I'm sure the next storm's only round the corner, but we just fish through that one as well when it comes. But I'm sure probably most of you and most of the anglers in this car park tonight go fishing because it's because they like it basically. And when you're trying to catch a bigger flounder than the person on the next peg, you're not worrying about everything else. But apart from that, if my videos help the bait diggers dig a few more worms, and they get a few more people on the beaches, and I help Ben Arnold sell a few swivels and that sort of stuff, then that's fair play as far as I'm concerned. So yeah. And the other thing people are asking was how I deal with negative comments, and the simple explanation is that I couldn't care less. So I'm here to do what I do for the benefit of the sea angling community, and I honestly could not care less what anybody else thinks. I've got the backing of the majority, and I've got some really nice people on my side, some top match anglers, and so as far as I'm concerned, it's water off a duck's back. And like I say, yeah, people can say, criticise, whatever they want. There's bigger things in life than whether I've got the right size hook on or not. So that's what I think about it. Anyway, we have got all the usual suspects from Norfolk Angling Club. We've got some new anglers as well, some up from Suffolk. Holtsey Angling Club have joined the party as well. So between us, we have got a really good turnout. We've got some fantastic anglers, good casters, we've got everything, so except for the weather. But hopefully, looking at that sea, and I'll take you down there now, there's still a bit of algae on the edge, which is stopping the mackerel coming through. And yeah, I reckon there'll be some flatties, and I am bass fishing tonight. There'll always be people here with peeler crabs who are going after the hounds, but tonight I fancy my chances for a bass. And if we don't catch one, it doesn't matter, we'll just try again in the next match. It's worth a gamble on the first one, you never know. And if we do all right tonight, we haven't got to worry too much about the rest of it. But if we blow out completely, then we'll be in a bit of a muddle, and we'll have to really pull the stops out for the other 3 matches. But we'll see. We've done it twice before, and I'm sure we'll probably be doing it again. Draw is in 25 minutes, but I'm going to have a cup of coffee. We're lingering at the back. I think it'll be a while before we before we get anywhere near the front, here's the current holder of King of the Shingle crown. He's give it back, all 50 pence worth of it.
No,
no, you
really.
don't want it.
Mess me hair up.
Hey mate, good job I done my commando course
Henry.
30 years ago.
One. Who put the pigs in?
Let's have one, John, off the top.
Off the top, mate, what you got?
B6. Where's that?
That way 9 miles.
Perfect. Right, well done.
What number are you, mate?
B6. Have you drawn?
A1 mate.
Oh, right. I am Henry the Superstar. He's not with me. He's not with me. Well, good luck, Henry. Yeah, some serious clients here tonight. 15 minutes to the off and all the anglers are in situ really, so I am lucky enough. I have Henry Randall there to my left, local superstar. He's not in my section, no bad thing. And to my right I've got two supercasters. I've got Steve Medler and Dwayne Lockwood. So they are in my section. So in response to that, I decided to set up my light rod, long and light, carp reel. I've got the big stuff as well if I need it, but I just looked at the sea and thought we're fishing down to low water, could be a bass, so I've got just as much chance of getting one as anybody else, and that's what we're going to do. Long flowing snoods on size 4 hooks. And we are going to load up with blow lug from start to finish. Loads and loads of the anglers have got peeler crabs hoping there's a smooth hound knocking around. I haven't, and sometimes that's just how it is. So we are going to go all out for a bass, and if we get a few flatties along the way, all well and good. We might catch nothing though. Henry's his usual self, long rod, continental, usual state of absolute disarray. Look at that. Yeah. So somewhere in there he's managed to find a rig.
I don't fish now. Look.
No, well, bass today, Henry. Bass. You're not in my zone, but nonetheless, anyway. We'll keep an eye on you.
Snood,
You've got a bit of a mix of baits going on, so you should be all right. Yeah. Oh. Right, that's Henry. Steve Medler's under that brolly and he won't be coming out. Probably see him if he catches something massive, but other than that, we'll leave him alone. I can't be bothered to walk up that hill. Couple of minutes and the first cast will be going out in the water. Hope the rain isn't all over the lens. That is a bit of a problem I have for filming these matches, but nonetheless we'll do our best. Henry's got the same idea as me. It's bass or dabs or something like that, and we're both gambling that the smooth hounds aren't here. So they should be disappearing off onto the sandy beaches by now, but you can't tell. Someone only needs one and that's it. And the two anglers to my right, they'll be having some of that if they're there. But there's a bit of algae in the sea. Just that's what's causing that froth. And the fish haven't been having it because of that. That's cleared up a bit recently. Actually looks quite nice. Not a very nice evening for just sitting on the beach, but it's alright for a bit of fishing. There's no weed there, and I don't think there will be. Be very comfortable, I think. I'll be surprised if we don't catch anything, I must admit. And there's Waybourne down there in the distance. Just had a chat with Steve, and yeah, it is an out and out crab attack at range for the guys to my right. All of them, basically they've got the same philosophy that if they get one, that's it, game over, and it is right. But Henry's a commercial fisherman, and if he thinks there's going to be bass and no smooth hounds, don't know, could go either way. They're all good anglers, but they're all doing different things. I'm edging on the bass front, but then I always was because I didn't have any crabs. But nonetheless, it's going to be an interesting evening. Henry, if you're wrong and the smooth hounds are here, we're going to get battered. So he's got the same approach as me, basically. Load it up with lug. He's got some rag tucked in the back there as well.
And a mess.
Some sand hills and a mess. Yeah, boy. You're fishing bigger hooks than me, Henry. It's the first time ever.
Is it? Oh God.
Yeah. I'm worried about it. I might have to... No, not worried about it. See what happens.
Don't want little feet.
Yeah, right, everyone's having their first chuck. I'll get there in a minute, but basically, blow lug, lobbed out, 3-hook flapper. And that'll be Stevie Medler giving it the big one. I'll get there, but I want to just see what they're doing. Henry's on a long flowing trace, that'll be a killer. That's gone miles, and Henry will whack one out as far as he can probably, and then he's got a slider made up, so that'll go down in the edge. That's typical of him. Cunning little git. There you go.
My wife didn't catch his lobsters and crabs. She said, "Did you ask me to go?" I don't think he'd be bringing.
He won't have any on him. He's been up since 2 o'clock. First cast, 4 minutes in, and we got a bass. So that's how you do that. And he looks like he's going to go about 43, 44 centimeters. So we'll get him in the. We'll get him in the bucket, and I'll get him over to Henry, and we'll get him measured, and we're on the card. Good start. Oh no, we could be in big trouble here. He only walks down to the water's edge if he's got something good on. I bet he's got a hound on there. This could be a disaster for me in this zone, because there won't just be one. Yeah, that is what that is. Looks like a good one as well. Big fish. Hold him up then, you spawny git. Not bad with a broken arm. That's a good fish. Well done. That won't be the only one there. Bet ya. Well, that's Dwayne all over. Pin a crab down, lever it as far as he can. That's gone absolutely miles. Even with a bad arm. Big fish that is. No amount of bass is going to bring that one back. Well, big amount of bass would, but they're not here, so lucky to get the one I got. Henry strikes. Didn't take long. He's using a slider, so it's basically a bit of line that runs down the line, and he's got a bass. Not as big as my one, I'm pleased to say, but he's got a bass. Well done, mate. Well, you need a few of them. This is Henry's bass. My one's is 44, so that's going home for tea.
Mine's not as big as yours.
What's that? 32.
32.
Yep. And I've just pulled a decent flounder.
Fish.
I've got a dab, and on the other hook another dab. So yeah. Smashed up by a smooth hound though, that's the only problem. As the tide's disappearing, Henry and I are both having trouble. Stuck in the mud he is. And that's what's happened to me, so I've last 2 casts I've just dropped in about sort of 20 yards. There's nothing else really coming out around me. Stephen's exceptional angler, really good caster, and he's sitting there with nothing, and that is the gamble when you fish for them hounds. Dwayne does it week in, week out, and yeah, it pays off for him, fair play. He's a totally different angler to me, quite the opposite, and we're in the same team. We get on like house on fire, and the results over the year are not far apart. It's just he does one thing and I do another. Tonight he's done me with that massive, well, for the shingle on a night like this, it was a big smooth hound, but yeah, typical that 2 of the best casters loaded up with crab are in my zone, but there you go, that's how it is. But we'll keep watching this and we'll keep plugging away. I fish the way I like, and I have got 4 fish on the card, and one of them is my tea tomorrow night, and that's pretty good. That's all you can ask out of an evening's fishing. Company's going to be really good. It'll be fun at the end, hearing what Mr. Spalton's got to say for himself. But yeah, he might be a little bit subdued tonight, and that'll be understandable because unfortunately Gus the dog had to be put to sleep yesterday morning, and yeah, that is a sad loss for our angling club because he was a good old boy. But it comes to us all, and we have got to make the most of our fishing. So tonight, I think, because I've got what I've got, we'll carry on as we are and see if we can get another bass out. Yeah, no, that's fair enough. So every now and again we have team talks. You've met Dwayne 1,000 times and Stevie Medler. So yeah, I'll just show you that. Big crab bait, so it's all or nothing for Mr. Medler, but you might as well fish like that. Dwayne's doing the same and he's come good. So anyway, they're all down there getting soaked, I'm pleased to say. I didn't bring a shelter with me, but there you are. We are, I think, hour and a half in, and Henry's already changed tactics 5 times, and now it's sand eels pinned down, Irish sand eels, which look good.
A waste of a good bait.
Probably not, is it? You probably go and get free skate and a sole on it or something. No, I don't know. But yeah, he's done everything he can to date, but still only the 1 little bass on the card. What's worse, Henry, is you said no hounds here tonight. That's worse.
There'll be a one. There's always one.
Yeah, well, there is, isn't there? Trust it to be Dwayne in my section. Stephen Medler and Dwayne couldn't be worse when it's smooth hounds. 1 smooth hound somewhere in Norfolk. But there you are. Right, gloomy night, raining, pretty horrible, but enjoyable as ever. Well, after a promising start, the whole match length has died a death. Chatting to Henry, he strongly feels that wreck end, which is miles away, right the way down there, that should be chucking a few fish up for the anglers that have drawn it. It's full of pouting and stuff apparently, but whether the anglers down there can reach them is another thing. But up here, absolute shocker. There's still quite a bit of mayweed in the water. There's no clarity, there haven't been any mackerel. They'll be a little way away yet. They're catching them out in the boats, but they just aren't coming in on the edge, which is a shame for all the people that like catching a few of them. I like eating them myself, but target achieved from my point of view. I didn't have any tea lined up for tomorrow night, so we've done that. And there is a lovely bit of lift in the water, so there should be bass there, to be honest with you. Black on the edge, and that's a ridge of clay running through here. And then a little bit further out I found a patch of sand, and then further out you get stuck every time, so we're just hovering on that sand at the moment, and hoping that we get a run of fish or a couple of fish before low water. Henry's changed again for the 6th time. Long flowing trace below the lead, couple of small worm baits on there. He'll probably come good. He's got time. I ain't beaten him off the next peg since he was about 15, so, and I've had a few goes at it, I can tell you. Still, let's see what happens. Nothing to shout about, but I've just got a double shot of dabs. So I'm reasonably happy with that, considering how it's fishing. Henry's in a mess with the chap next door to him, so that's no bad thing, he can sort that out. And yeah, we go again. Looking down the beach, I think someone else, might be Tom Gibbs, about 6 pegs down. I think he's got a smooth hound. Hard to see from here, but he's got something worth catching. So yeah, all to play for. Hopefully he's not in my section, because at the moment I'm sitting in second. You probably can't see, but it's absolutely chucking it down with rain. I've had another dab, and to be quite honest, I think the tactics have been really not far off. I mean, I know Dwayne got that hound, but I've got no regrets about what I've done. He's always going to have a chance with the way he fishes, and that's fair enough. There's no luck involved. He went for a hound, he got one. But no one else has done anything. So even Henry's struggling. He's still got that one little bass, and I mean, he's world class. He's up there with the best of them. So not an easy night, but we keep plodding on. We've got about 50 minutes left. Never defeated, and it's not over to the last cast, but I've just measured that dab in, and I'm sitting pretty against you, Henry. I haven't beaten. Do you remember that time when you was 15 and I caught them flounders and beat you?
You beat me today, well and truly.
Well, not yet. Not yet. There's still a few casts to go, but Henry's now switching tactics to try and... He is actually winning his zone, which is heartbreaking for me, because I'm getting smashed by Dwayne, but there you go, that's hound and Norfolk for you, and matches and all the rest of it. But yeah, so to the left of him,
I can't see a lot because I ain't got a headlight.
I don't want to worry you, but there's a couple of buckets moving down to your left, Henry, so get that dab trace out there while they're there. Oh, very pretty. Yeah, oh, lovely.
Lost the bloody thing off here.
Yeah, well, that ain't the end of the world, is it? I don't know how you managed to find a trace in that lot, but
good luck. Oh dear.
It's been like it for years, isn't it? Let's face it.
It's not normally this bad.
I don't know, it doesn't matter, does it? Anyway, right, I've got, well, we ain't got long left now, probably 45 minutes, something like that.
No, you heard, we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Rain all over the lens, but I've got another flatty. So I've fished the same way all night. 3 hook flapper, size 4 hooks, blow lug, chuck it out there. I found a patch of sand between 2 massive lumps of clay, and there's a few fish on it, but I'm quite happy, to be honest. Last cast, and I've come over with Dwayne because he has had an outstanding night, and to go with that hound, he has got a 56 centimetre bass.
He's on the line.
Yeah, he's there, mate.
Yeah.
No, well done. Can you hold him up? I want a photo. Well, that's the end. Time to pack up and get the card signed in. And how'd you get on, Henry? 2 fish, 44 points. 8 fish, 176. So
well done.
Nice playing next to you.
Yes, and yourself.
Yeah.
Shame the weather wasn't more fair.
Well, there you go. Dwayne got that bass as well. I know of a couple of other really decent fish. They've Wizzy's had a 92 centimetre smooth hound, and there's been some others, so that's what's happened. It's a night of making decisions and hoping. Gambling, that's what it is. Dwayne got it spot on, I reckon. Can't see anyone beating him, but you never know.
Bit of a bad hair day, but we'll do sections first. A section, Carl Evesley, 49 points.
Well done, Carl.
Must have been solid.
You were going to get me? Give it to me? You can do that. Wait, can you give it to me? Thanks, mate. Thanks.
B section, drawn for Steve Medler.
Steve.
Mate.
Thank you. C section, June Freary, 90 points.
Rusty, you can't get out of the gate.
Yeah, can't get out the gate.
Ranger's
Well,
asleep. She's asleep in the car.
done with it. Well done, mate. Tell June, well done.
D section, Simon Bottomley, 40 points.
He's back at it again.
He's a fishing ninja. Well done, mate.
E section, Wizzy, 141.
Well done, mate.
F section, Tom Gibbs, 122.
Well done, mate.
Right, Tom.
Just luck, mate, that was.
G section, me, 165. Thank you. yeah. Right, biggest flat, Simon Bottomley, 32 place.
Well done, Simon. Good fish.
Well done, mate.
Well done, mate.
Oh, yeah. This is like a winning.
Biggest round, Dwayne, 104 hound. With one hand. Yeah.
Well done, mate.
Thank you, mate.
Nice one, Dwayne.
Thank you, mate.
Right, paying top 5 on the day. Fifth, Jamie Medler, 168.
Yeah, mate, well done.
Fourth, Pete Simmons, 176.
I don't know how that happened, but thank you very much. Oh, there you are.
Third, Rob Ford, 437.
Well done, Robert.
Well done, Rob.
Second, Dwayne, 818.
Well done, mate.
Thank you, mate.
Winner on the day, Mike Watts, 827.
Three.
Yeah. £3.50. Well
Yes,
done,
imagine
mate.
that.
Thank you very
He
much.
done it again.
Mike, just before you go, mate, just go peg out of there, mate. Anyone you like.
Drag one out somewhere, mate. What we got?
Dave Mathis.
Well done, Dave. I got that.
Yeah.
Well done, Dave.
Thank you very much.
That's
Well
worth
done.
it all, mate.
Right, next one's in the fortnight's time, back here.
Cheers, John.
That's it. Don't rush Yes, mate, yeah. Well, you give me
John.
a beers back if you want. 17 quid.
I don't want no short walk next time.
Simon, do you mind just moving your light to one side? Now, there's a story on. I can't see you. Hang on, let's just take it off his head. Now, Simon recently had a unfortunate stroke. He's on the mend now and he's doing fantastically well at his fishing, but he just wants to. He's basically got a story on Norfolk Angling Club Facebook page. And where can they find the link, Simon, if they'd like to support the Stroke Association? I know which you're keen to push.
If anybody wants to make a donation, however small, please go on to the Norfolk Angling Club Facebook page, or if you're already on the WhatsApp for Norfolk Angling, it's on there. And if it isn't, personal message me and I'll send you a link. That will work perfectly.
Thank you very much, Simon.
So thank you very much for your donations, for those who have sent them in already.
Yeah, well
Thank
done.
you.
And well done on your miraculous comeback.
Yeah, I think it's quite miraculous that
Yeah.
I've actually won something.
Can I just say thank you to everybody that messaged me over Gus that passed away Sunday. Oh, we lost track. Just say thank you very much to everybody that's sent me a message.
Yeah, I know, John. All right, mate. Thank you very much. Well, there you go. That's another match done. So it's chucking it down with rain. We're off home, and yeah, second in the section, I think. So we're still at the races, and we'll have another go in a fortnight's time. Hope you've enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. See you then. Cheers. Bye.